Today I'm going to talk to you about my understanding of female music artists. I don't know a whole lot about them. I mean, everyone knows the familiar ones like the classic ones from ABBA to Joni Mitchell to Jefferson Airplane. They had somewhat decent music, although could be categorized as sort of pop type music, which unfortunately is the truth about female musicians, is that they're only really good at pop music. I mean, I guess some people would argue that they're good at country music, although I wouldn't agree. I'm not a fan of country as it is. I do listen to some female artists. I don't think that's gay or anything like that. Some manly men don't listen to any female artists, and I respect their decision to do that. But I also understand that, it's okay to listen to female singers. There are more recent ones who have come up with some good songs, but are physically not so attractive because of all the makeup and weird costume designs and weird layouts to their music videos that they have. Like Lady Gaga would be the prime example. Her early work was, it was kind of interesting to listen to. She had a few hit songs, as some people will know because they followed her or whatever. I was so-so. I'd check up every now and then just to keep up with current events. I don't listen to female artists too much. I'm mostly into rock and metal music, which, sorry, female singers have not been very successful at that field. Not that most of them are very interested in singing like that anyway. But the ones I've heard have been really horrible. I can't even remember their names of the bands they were in or whatever. I mean, I respect them for giving it a try, but it just wasn't working for them. Some of the more modern ones, like Nicki Minaj, I think her name is. I don't know anything about her. I don't even know a single song she's written. But she looks kind of weird. She's always got weird hair and things like that, so I'm not really interested in looking into her. Who else is there? Well, there's Christina Aguilera, who's done a lot of music videos and music. The only song I really don't mind that she does is Birds of Prey, because that is kind of a Matrix kind of a feel to it, and it's on the music video Bionic, I think it was called, or the CD album called Bionic, and it's got her like half cyborg, half human, and it was kind of interesting. But that's the only song I really know of her that is somewhat listenable. There are other artists, like in the late 90s there was a band that some people will know called Aqua. I didn't particularly like their music because she's got a weird voice. That's altered by music technology and things like that, and voice altering techniques, but she sounded strange. It would be something like you would watch if you were on LSD or something like that, I would think. I have no idea. It just sounds weird to me. But props for her for doing it. That was whatever. It was a contribution to the music community. There are other female bands that are not bad. A lot of people hate on Miley Cyrus, and probably for good reason. Her new hair, or not new hair, but she's had it for a while now, but it kind of makes her, I've heard the comparison that it makes her kind of look like a female version of Justin Bieber. So that I could see being a bit of a put off. Most people liked her better when she had long hair and she was singing normal songs as opposed to being all weird and being all cosmetic and things like that, like Lady Gaga. Who knows why they swerved off into that path. Maybe it's just the twisted world of the music industry. I know Gaga liked Michael Jackson, and he was a twisted character, and she also liked Bon Jovi. She recently did a thing where she was doing a tribute to Bon Jovi, and he was a weird character. Some people liked him. I don't personally have anything against him, but I don't know him that well. I vaguely remember the movie Labyrinth that he was in. I think he sang a couple times in it. Don't ask me if I know what they were. I haven't seen that movie in ages. The major point I wanted to get through with this video was that I believe it's perfectly normal to listen to female singers, even if they are absent in your life. Like if you don't have a female counterpart or whatever, and you don't have a lot of dealings with women or whatever, it's perfectly fine to listen to music. I mean, I say that so that you're just not catering to your girlfriend or your female friends or whatever, that it's okay to listen to songs like that. It's not weird at all. But that's a small part of the music I actually listen to. Like I like Metallica, Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, Offspring, Motorhead, Airborne, and a pile of other decent music bands who have male singers. And for the most part, that's who I listen to. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it occasionally listening to a female vocalist. Even if they sound a little weird, it depends on what headspace you're in at the time. You never know. Sometimes you might hear something from a different perspective or listen to a different sound that you wouldn't have heard. A female vocalist I've heard is called Natalie Kills. I guess she has one song that's alright. I think it's called Mirrors or something. The music video was a little bit, well, most female music videos are kind of weird, but this one, whatever, it's about mirrors, so it's kind of got a mythical kind of look to it. But speaking of music videos, the Christina Aguilera video where it's Birds of Prey, I didn't like that music video. It didn't jive with me. It didn't have the right feel to it, to what the song was about, because I think she was in a tree or something like that and she was all like shaken up and whatever. I don't know. I'm certainly not the first person to critique it, so I'm not going to say much about it. Well, there's a lot of artists out there that I've never heard of before. That's the thing. Is you can have thousands and thousands of CDs and maybe nobody's ever heard of them, because they're all small-time bands, and it's really hard to get big. And now, to get big, you got to be in with the capitalist class and making lots and lots of insane money, and then nobody likes you, like Justin Bieber. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would like Justin Bieber. I don't know. I guess for some women they might find him handsome or something like that, but I don't see what the appeal is. As I stated in my Super Bowl videos, Beyonce and Lady Gaga were singing at the Super Bowl, and I heard Lady Gaga's national anthem, and she did okay, I guess. She has a fairly flexible voice, as I mentioned in my other video, which is good for her that she was able to do that. I heard Beyonce's halftime show wasn't very good though, and there was some sort of conspiracy about that as well, that a few years ago when she did one, she did Illuminati symbols or something like that. They're always trying to associate that with the pop industry or music industry as a total. It's not that hard. If they have money, a lot of people are listening to them, all they gotta do is put a triangle up and you'll get some idiot putting it up on their YouTube account or whatever saying, oh, it's Illuminati. Ooh. Not necessarily. It's not always like that. It could be just part of their dance routine. Just because there's money involved and secrecy, and because there's a lot of secrets in the music industry, as well as the movie industry, and as well as the news and the internet and everywhere else, which makes it kind of interesting. It's the unknown. Some people are afraid of it. A lot of people don't have anything to do with the internet or contribute to social media or whatever. They just disconnect themselves from all aspects of it. A lot of people don't even own a cell phone, as I've said in other videos, and that's perfectly fine, but I wish to contribute to the social media scene, so I will continue to make videos. The point of my video today was that I wanted to bring up that it's not socially unacceptable to listen to female vocalists. And I'm not just saying that from like a female to male thing. I'm saying that to, like, just as a total. Like, if you're listening to female music, that's okay. You don't have to worry about some guy saying, oh, you're gay because you're listening to this or whatever. Because you're not. Doesn't mean anything. It's not the same thing as anything. Like, going about a homosexual act or whatever. And that includes the music that has kind of homosexual connotation to it that are female vocalists. Like, there's this one band or one female singer called LA King, and she made a music video called X's and O's. Now the song sounds alright, it's on the radio all the time, so you may have heard it. But the music video for it is quite gay. She's not very attractive. She has all these guys around her. A lot of them are very physical, very muscular men, and they're basically wearing briefs, and they're running around doing insane physical feats of ability, like standing on their head and all this sort of stuff. And that I would label as a homosexual video. So if I want to listen to that song, which isn't very often, I'll take the radio version and not see any video to go with it. And although I didn't mind Lady Gaga's early work, she did make a music video called Alejandro. Oh, that was a music video I watched once, and that was enough for me. It was the most gay music video I've ever listened to or watched in my whole life. I don't even want to describe it. I want to forget about it. The song itself it's okay, but music video is terrible. I don't even know why they made that sort of thing. What it is to me, because it's they're all white guys in that music video, so it has Nazi connotation to it, and then they add the homosexual aspect, so it's like roping in homosexuality with Nazism, and I don't think that's a fair comparison. Another female singer called Madonna, everyone's heard of her. Most middle-aged women really like Madonna. In fact, I don't even think I've ever met one that doesn't, but whatever. They say if you've ever listened to her music or whatever, you're gay. Family Guy made a joke about that, which was kind of funny, but it's not true. Like, Madonna, in most of her songs, doesn't like advocate gay rights or anything like that. She may do in her political life, and she probably does, but in her music there's none of that. So I don't think listening to that sort of stuff means anything. It's just a song, whatever. Anyway, guess I'll wrap up this video. Yeah, gotta think of some more ideas, because things are getting a little boring talking about female artists and things like that. Well, anyway, if you watched my video, thank you. Have a good one. See ya.